whatever morning on our session on knowledge and information transfer. Already last units, we already discussed regarding information transfer. This is very similar to that, but it's a small thin layer between the information and knowledge. Knowledge is nothing but about like information. It's a transform into their own ideas and expressed in a written communication or tacit or explicit. It may be explicit. It may be expressed in the way of signal, signs, or other things, and also it own recorded manner, like tantric. We can style up information stored with their own knowledge, like in a human being. Mainly, we need produce the knowledge, ideas, which is mainly with the human interaction. We can say, according to the Jesse and Shera, information both in the sense it is used by biologists and in the sense we librarians use it, it is a fact. It is a stimulus we receive through our resources and senses. It may be an isolated fact or whole cluster of facts, but it's still a unit. It is a unit of thought. The basic characteristics of information are information is a starts from human brain. So here is the information creation and communication, and its use is by a human mainly. Another one is information is shareable. It's not like just stored. It should be shareable, where it created and transferred to many people. Another one is information is transferable. It's a transferable based on its characteristics and point of generation where it is, to whom it will be transformed. These three are main facts on the information. This same information, we discussed information transfer previous classes. How transfer the information? Shannon Viewer is the famous in this. Many units we discussed in the Shannon Viewer theories and other theories. Information generation, it generates from the source wherever it starts, and where it goes, it's information user where the point end. As per the barrier with the transmission through the communication media channel. When the channel allows these two connects to decoder as end coding and decoding, and it transfers to end point with the similar information. It's a need for the information transfer. Why it's a need? Which strengthen the body, universe of the knowledge. We need the information to transform to the media or a channel to end user to betterment of the things in a better way, or reach the information needs in the next level of understanding. That is creation of the new knowledge. It will be the benefit of the society as well as the person in the field of present society is a knowledge society, we can say. It also bridges. Why the information transfer? It bridges the connectivity. We know that the conflict will be reduced by the information only. It acts based on the point to point. When it starts from source to end at unit, where users of the information, majority of the things we already know about that, but the information reduces the conflict. If it is a raise the conflict, it damages the information, misinformation can be taken place. But when analysis taken place to reduce the conflict, we know that United Nations working with all the countries to reduce the conflict, maybe the terrorism, maybe the border things, maybe the country border, maybe the region conflicts. These all may leads to damage of the society. So where United Nations is a lead to all the countries, those are member countries, to reduce conflict and make a smooth way of life. Maybe the happy index, you can say that. Nowadays, you can see happy indexes where people are becoming like technological advancement taken place. It's a very neat example, like we are now experiencing with the COVID. Previous, how the learning modules were there, learning resources are shareable, how the knowledge can be shared. These all, like as an example, our own class, you can be meet wherever you are on the platform, which reduce the barriers of the channel as well as the communication platform. And also, growth of the knowledge creates a betterment of the life of the society, which reduce the rework also. It may be reduced rework. See, somebody is doing the work hard. Like a small example, I can say the labs. We have the almost 70 to 80% in India based on the farming only. The agricultural sector not so developed as per the IT sector, but slowly its impact nowadays enhancing that how product is developed, how can the uh, crop can be yield more and more comparatively soil, whether it is applicable for the particular period or not. We can see that how lab to land with the help of technology. Not with the help of technology, it's the creation of new knowledge is coming. Or the controlled pests with the using of less organic. You can see that nowadays organic forms are coming up. Why is organic form required? Because we are damaging our soil with an over fertilization due to the need of the society, which unable to meet the needs, because we need high number of the population. As with the population, we need a high number of how high yield we need. Not like previous olden days agriculture sector come up with the idea. Now BT is also there, but we are reducing that BT not to like over protection of the yields or a crop. It may be damage the soil also. Now we are overproduction. What happens? It's a wasting of the crop. It will be wasting of the soil fertility. So that's why measurable things can be taken place by when it's an analysis done at the lab, delivered at the farmer with the bridge of IT, with the knowledge transfer. Just simply whatever manual given to them and it cannot be understandable for the farmer. With the farmer, it cannot be like applicable. Once if they understood, but it will be trained according to the what we need it. So slowly we have to inject and mediate with the medium of instruction, whatever, to the understandable manner. In the main thing like information, in last first class itself, I told about that. What the information for the first page, if transferred to the last page, last one of the class, it will not be the same because of barriers, because of media, because of tone, it impact, and because of the posture, gesture, these all impacts on the information transfer. Same manner, you can see the knowledge transfer also. Mainly why we need the knowledge to be transferred, we can see the flowchart of the information transfer cycle, which already discussed regarding that how the source starts, idea or a information with the mankind. R&D activities, if it is workable, application activities will be there. Basic and applied research will be there. And if it is general will transmit to the authorship, single or coordinated authoring. If needed many minds to work on a single subject with coordinated authorship. Or if it is single person is having that good knowledge about that, if delivered as a book, is a like authored own author single authorship. Nowadays, people are experiencing that many authors conclude the same subject with a better impact on the society because analysis part will be taken place advanced and it will be materialized how best needed by the end user. Another one is primary printing and publishing. How it is once created the knowledge into that information format into the form as a book or a module, it will be printable or it will be primary printing or publishing. Primary distribution book, once it is published, it should be tradable. Once it is traded, it reaches to needy people, those who need it for a particular period. See, R&D people need immediate, but general information needed by the society whenever they require. You can see that election results. They can compare how the collected data, which already they have, on that we will be based on that, they'll be discussed in the platform in the electronic or print media by analyzing the fact what in the future what it may be happened. With these all coordinate units, strategies will work on that. What impact will be there? What terminology will be applied? What can be corrected in the own methodology? Then, at the point of library side, when we read that information cycle, what the resources published sector already established many years, many long years ago. Now we are having that even shareable thoughts with the PPTs even. Previously, we used to like as a lecture series, we used to prepare on our own, or we can take the assistance by the academic assistants or academic associates to prepare the notes or PPTs to deliver the lectures. But nowadays, already lectures will be recorded. How? One time job. Once it is recorded, it can be reworked on that, it can be replayed and also discussed on the similar platforms where user can be benefited. Even this PPT is not only used by the own person where lectures is conducted, it can be shareable by the way of transact shareable slide sheets are available. It can be utilized with the benefit of the end user, how best, how fast. You can see that in the knowledge management recently, I've seen that gone through the Srivatsa from the IIT Kharagpur. He worked on the knowledge management long back. He's conducting that through the NPTEL and Stripe portal. Many classes taken place. It is an even corporate style class work also conducted to this, where the management institutions involved in that. And this information cycle, I can see that in the page number 154, authorship, printing or private publisher, primary distributor. Once published, if it is only with the publisher, it cannot be materialized and it cannot be transferred the idea, whatever printed or whatever stored. It can be needed like an agent to distribute to the end user. Same similar examples I have given. Once students join, material prepared, it should be connected with the agent, which can be transferable or transportable material to the end user as a student for MLISc example, we can say. If it won't reach on time, we cannot be like flexible in the classroom. And we cannot be flexible to write the assignment easily. It may take place, but it may delay the factor to keep better ideas on the assignment, even as an example, we can say. Same thing happens in the information transfer. And the secondary publisher and distributor are in the mentioned the transformation transfer cycle. Libraries, documentation centers, information centers, data centers, information analysis center is a huge pivotal role taken place in the information transfer mainly by the libraries, research and development sector, and data centers and information analysis centers. Based on the, who are the users again? Finally, users. I told already regarding that. When if it is legal information, who are the user? Judge to small clerk, clerk to judge. At the same time, if it is R&D sector, sample collection center to analysis end product, where analysis taken place and materials as a precise article or precise document. What we can act? We can see that example like recently, what is happening in India, even in the fourth wave. Is it affected or affecting or going to affect? How can we know that? Only the material is even long, like almost a period, a day, or 2 days, or 10 days, or 20 days, whatever. Health data collected by the health centers to communicate to the directorates. They work on that. Small example, I can tell one small information hidden by that community where damaged with a higher fever. The total population with the fever based on the data, if they mention to the doctor what's happening and where it stays. With that communicable things, if it is delivered or if it is shared with the doctor by the patient or assistance of the patient, the doctor can be given easily the medication to the people. If one coming from that particular center, okay. If that reputation cases are happening from the particular area, the doctor should be respond and alert directorate, health directorate, or health cautiousness should be given particular area based on the water may be contaminated or any gas pollution occurred. We can see that Chernobyl, what has happened? What happened? Before that controlling measure, damage happened. The world high disaster regarding the nuclear disaster, we can say. Even in India, Bhopal, we can see we are facing even nowadays. How the almost 4 decades or 5 decades may be extended, not only just completed, it's extendable like even genetic impact. This is all why I'm saying information is meaningful. Information, as an information professional, we have to take care about the small bit of information. Meticulously work on, we should work on that when we go for the organization. Now we are happily, we can say that writing exams is nothing like simple, we can manage it. But we go on a work, it's not like a simple thing. Already we told about many like disasters happened due to the small information not communicated or small safety measures not attended by that particular time. We just see that what are the agents of information transfer, publisher, primary publishers, within that again, publishing, pricing to publishing, and electronic publishing. We can see that electronic publishing, it's not the so cheap when it's starting at the one-time investment. Later it is damn cheap with a comparatively printable one. And also, based on the lifetime, we can see even desktop publishing. What is the desktop publishing? We can see that then and then, whatever data collected, intimating, or we can see the desktop publishing. Uh, if we need any like newsletter, immediately we have to communicate within our own college. What we can see, we can collect the facts, we can keep all these things, then and then we can keep ready and communicate to the students happenings in college or in the organization or the society. Book trade, you can see that these are the agents and secondary publishers. Secondary publishers also involved in the transfer of information. Agent of information dissemination, mainly library and information centers are the agents within the organization based on the goal of the society or particular organization. And documentation centers, we can see the DECIDOC, NASDOC, INSDOC, these are research R&D centers need information and sharing that knowledge within the organization among R&D developed libraries. R&D like consortia, we can say. Whatever research going on nowadays in the defense sector, many organizations, like almost 10 to 12 organizations within Hyderabad itself mentioned, these are all whatever information resources or lab R&D things can be shareable as a technical document or published book. Maybe the confidential too. Information analysis centers also there. What is the information? Analyzing the information. What is happening nowadays? It analyzes this present information, give it to the R&D centers. I told about the Genome Valley. In the Genome Valley, coordinated library center is there. They work on all the R&D centers connected to the information resources where the R&D is going on. This resource information can be worked technical reports to produce and given then and then to the particular companies and corporates if needed, based on the ordination goal, why they established, for what purpose in the R&D sector. Deinstitutionalized information transfer agencies, information brokers, consultants, invisible colleges, technological gatekeepers, media persons. These all are like information transfer agencies. De-institution. Institution can be transformed information to within the R&D labs. But these issue, if it is meaningful corporate sector, can be assigned job to other agent too. On behalf of that particular authority or organization, then treated as an agent and transfer the information based on the requirement predefined manner. And we can see that information brokers, nowadays information gatekeepers, information brokers taken place because these information like voluminous information produced in the country and the world in a less time, which can be processed and given to the actual needy people. Maybe R&D, maybe colleges, where like new knowledge can be created in the departments. Now AML is like a hot cake right now. Previously, it's a computer science. Within the part of computer science, AML sector is influencing that create new knowledge. This type of new knowledge, they have to capture the information and knowledge as an agent and collect the fact and analyze and give it to the needy where the society needed. Maybe the institution, maybe the R&D sector, maybe the lab, where the works going on. Ultimate is betterment of the life of the human being. Mainly, it is a motto is to do like better, comfortable living of quality life, not just life. Quality life can be lived as per the repackaging of the knowledge, like information repacked with the knowledge based sector. Now, information brokers, we can see that the resources, services, marketing strategies. We have the resources as a brokerage, but how fast we can give the service? You can see that ATM centers. Nowadays, ATM centers become obsolete. We can't say obsolete, but digital transaction taken place, we are not depending upon the ATM centers. Previously, we used to be dependent on the manually bank. Walk in and go to the bank and complete our tasks, financial and economic things. But when ATMs come, anytime money, the 24/7, we need to go to the bank. Whenever we require, we need to go to the just ATM centers only. Now, ATM center again transferred to what? Digital technology. We have the mobile connected with the mobile number with the bank. That's the end of this too. With the internet. Based on the speed of internet. You need not to worry about the getting transaction wherever you want. So similar manner, when the resources are there, we have to give the service. How the service? Selective dissemination or dissemination of information. Selective. We have the voluminous information. We have to be like we have the in a, like academic sector. We can say that engineering, within engineering again electrical engineering. I say electrical engineering person come directly to check IT things. Selectively, we can just ask to consult and we can give the need. We cannot see that he is an electrical engineer. We need the information as an electrical engineer connected to the technology as well as the electronics within the electrical. We have to give that selective dissemination information. What is happening new now? Technology, what is going on? Like we can say energy saving. Previously, we used to like generators used to give that as a generation of the power, alternate power. But nowadays, power can be stored. Can give it to user. Similar manner, we can give the services in the information society, information brokerage also. And the marketing strategy. We need the marketing strategy. How applicable? See, in the country, like all over the world, they are just thinking like research is going on, voluminous information, new knowledge is coming. But what's happening in new knowledge when it comes to India? Where it is applicable? Can you purchase same similar manner like the world developed countries comparatively underdeveloped countries are below developed countries? We can't. That's why the consortiums taken place. Like we are sharing particular package. See, 100 books on electronic basis are there, but we are only utilizing within the 100 some 1,000 pages. Based on the page size, which we are utilizing, that strategy should be there. On that we have to charge. Not whole 100 documents, electronic documents on the server. Recently, we can see the changes in the even incurring the amount even in IITs also. We are not simply purchasing databases. The purchasing databases based on the pay and use. Pay and use means if once they use, they'll be paying for the particular data only, particular information only, particular new knowledge only. Not whole on the purchase are prepared for that. And also in this we can see that how the servers are fast. See, technology, like we are using only like 4G technology based on the world using 6G. Are we kind enough to face that easily accessible to the particular information? We can say no. But as per the user number, we can say yes. It's a comfortable for us. Because 24/7 we are not using in our own country. The schedule will be based on the working hours, that too extendable research by the people like almost you can say 5 to 8% research is going on. By input, you can see all the like you can see the feedback and the take as a unit for school education to higher education. How many people are going to higher education? Then higher education, how many people are going for R&D? Within R&D, how many people are alert with that particular knowledge and particular situation? With that, we can filter that marketing strategy to apply what is the pricing and that. In the traditional purpose, you can see the traditional purposes to provide requested information as a tradition to provide solution to a given problem. When the problem occurred, attended the particular time, the solution based. Conduct diagnosis at the redefined problem to provide recommendations to assist implementation. Additional purpose build consensus and commitment, facilitate client learning, improve organizational effectiveness. These are like information transfer in deinstitutionalized agents working on information transferable. Mainly human information network. How the human information network? Like you can see that a recent national education policy materialized with the committee. Within the committee again, many people are represented with the 12 years knowledge, maybe the 3 to 4 decades work on the education. These people work together and taken the feedback by the end, by the actual truth, ground truth, communicated to the government with the ministry to materialize national education policy should be like this. It given also it is given as a feedback for the whole the country by mentioning as a draft before become as a bill. Within the draft again many discussions taken places. Even small component which is left over also attended in that. Even now we cannot say that 100% full. When if it is built, it developed accordingly. With that parameter, based on the interest of the people, human thinking may change as per the national education policy pattern. It cannot be in a like overnight, it cannot be changed. But slowly, what required by the world for the new knowledge, mainly brain drain in the countries like India, how can we self-develop on our own? The future thinking of the education policy, just not only for job seekers and also creating of the jobs. We have seen many people like new Ankura, you can say like startups, but these startups should be again experienced people. investing, including the Tata, including the Villa. These people are investing on that. We cannot say 100% profitable. Like Alva Edison, not first experiment success. Maybe the 60th or 70th material utilized, but many even after that failure also he faced. That's why we have to work on how best betterment of next level of thinking. We already like information transfer is a chain. We discussed already in the previous in that previous chapters. Same similar how the knowledge is transferable. With this unit, we can see information user or a knowledge user. It's a thin layer. I'm saying even now since first class, what is the information? What is the knowledge? Information when we are very small and known a small little bit we can say that universe is the knowledge. We know only just small bit of that. From that, maybe it's a bigger than Thomas Alva Edison experiments. How he got collected the problem can be attended by his own team or his own ideas. He worked next level team, next level research R&D people come together, worked on that, whether the theory right or wrong, it extended meaningful deliberations. It's just not like leftover advertisement values. Values also collected the facts and communicated with their draft, with their laws, or with their models to research for the next level of thinking. With that, we can small example we can say which we are facing plastic. Plastic like 3 decades or 4 decades old. Like they developed the plastic because of reduce the uses of other elements, which is going to extinct or going to be like obsolete. It is going to dead. To show that material life or to show that material to be minimized in the usage, they go to plastic. But after the developing of the plastic, 3 to 4 decades, what is metallized right now? We are saying not to use the plastic. If it is very thin, upside the percolation of the rain, it won't develop the table. Excuse me, just a minute, please. I'm very sorry to disturb you. That what we like materialize whatever information, whatever R&D taken place. We can see small another example I can tell about that. Plastic as well as sand, river sand. We are just utilizing in a construction material, river sand will be used. Right now, are we very flexible with that river sand is developing? It because the morphology of the particular years, if it is floods or whatever. Rainy season is properly experienced, then only it's a sand will be developed many years together that based on the flow of the water. Once if it is removed from that, again it may feel like it takes 2 decades or 3 decades to take out the same characteristics of the sand. But nowadays we are facing material. Now we are reducing that sand. Robo sand is coming. Why is the robo sand again research done for that material characteristic to be developed without like giving using the river sand? That alternate we are same similar at the time of information or a knowledge which is applicable for a particular period only. Again, it becomes as a knowledge. If it is reverse cycle, it becomes as information again. New knowledge comes with the new knowledge again. New experiences added together and give the refurbished knowledge, like betterment of the life of the society. So we can see that the information transfer very similar manner with the knowledge, but only thing is human thinking will be more and more workable. Like using of the human brain, we are very less, but scientists are using little bit higher than common person. Sometimes common person can act better way compared to the scientist, but scientist is like scientific manner, deliberations will be taken place, which is can be recordable, which can be transferred to the real research work. How the next lesson knowledge management. All this information transform, like the cycle, if it is accelerated, knowledge will be comes out. But again, knowledge it can be managed. This knowledge, what type of the knowledge you can say? You can see that what is the meaning of the knowledge? Knowledge, human brain with the experiences outcome as a knowledge, maybe the written form, maybe the expressing form, maybe the task form. Tacit like within known. They have the idea. When they work, it can be observed by others, can be transferred as a knowledge or experiences to next level of the understanding. We can say like previous use that technical people work when we can see even watch repairer. It cannot be like it was simply shown that preparing of the particular things to the others. When it's work on the technicality of that particular watch, that side assistant will be taken to see that what's happening. Once he removed and refixing of the components in the same manner and working on the problem. Same similar in the motor industry. Same similar in the other industries too. What about the in information industry? We have the information process. How the knowledge can be managed? See that particular own knowledge of the particular organization, we ask for the our own people to submit their output. Nowadays, like electronic media is, we know that how fast it is. We need any article, we are very easy to publish, but it's not that much so easy to publish X-Rail or any other scope of journals. Why? It is rigorous, review will be done, and it takes months together, like rework and expertise that particular article. Is it meaningful? Is it workable? Is it coming as a proper way? Is it just copied or transformed in its own way or not? These all will be taken place. Even sometimes it may be like ignored, but not higher percentage. Maximum, it should be based on, we see, you can see that even the professors can be like write an article, it may be like transferred to the other person, those are well versed in that, rework and see the article, check the parameters, then only it will be better as a publishing area. Once it is published, comparatively social sciences articles and technology, advanced technical article, you cannot say same. It can be based on the literature. Literature, high number of the literature gives a high yield, high boosting knowledge more and more. But when it's less number, less pages can also impact more and more, even small page. As an example, chemical components. It's finally just right. Sorry, I am using classroom of that one small school. They were wrongly just knocking the door. This how transform the information based on the research, rigorous, trained, experienced people, new knowledge created. With this new knowledge, page number 169. Is it okay? Audible? Someone given voice is not clear. Is it okay? My voice? Kindly just text me. Voice is okay? Rahul? Madhavi Garu? Voice is okay? Mr. Ramakrishna? Thank you. Because someone texted regarding the voice. When if it is voice is clear, just please text again. Now it's okay, please. So now how we can manage the knowledge? Managing the knowledge means those are experienced. Some small example I can tell about that. We worked in we can say university library, same thing I can just mention. As an example. Sorry, extremely sorry. We can just compare with our own experiences with a 2 decades librarian is living like a particular organization. What experiences he is having? Is it like whatever he applied the knowledge? Is it continued or not? With this knowledge, if it is explicit, we can say as a documented one. If it is not explicit, if it is not expressed in the way of the documentation or in the way of the communication, not expressed, how can we overcome with that particular person, not with the organization? When is a living or voluntarily left, same thing, it can be transformed knowledge into that particular organization without disturbing of that particular flow of the work can be materialized easily when we have the department as a knowledge management. Already ISO standards are there, which is already documented. But next level of the ISO standard, we can say that the knowledge management can be applicable, applied, then it runs easily without the person. Like human involvement will not be there. When the process of work done according to the structured manner, then it is a very easy. The same organization memory, we can see the organization memory. How the organization, internal data, external data. Whatever the data, internal collected, externally collected it as information, then it may be the work on that expressed or test knowledge experienced by the people or organization. Then the knowledge through the formal communication channel. When it communicates, it can be expressed. Knowledge through informal communication. Informal is whenever that particular working hours, maybe the after working hours, based on the access of the person to person with the expertise. Then it report as a document files, whatever I mentioned. Experience lessons learned. See something we are traveling. Some area signboard will be there. What did the signboard mention that? It is an experienced board not to go go traffic, go slowly or maybe the narrow bridge. It gives information based on the already the experience, already knowledge on that particular road. But sometimes unexpected blockage comes in between. That experience is not recorded. It's just like expressed. Expressed with the learned experiences, say similar to the library. Whatever experiences the learned experiences in the library automation. What are the parameters taken place at the time of automation of the library? What should not, what should? Once the database migrate, see you worked on the database 2 decades. When you're going to migrate into the next level of next software, should not be like erase old data. It should be stored as usual. But when you want to work, a small example I can tell. I have given some small notes to work. When it goes to the database or that particular document, can we work as it is? No. We can save when we have taken that particular data. Later we'll work on that. Then we can save as. finished product or level 1, 2, 3, 4, like version 1, 2, 3, 4. This to be clearly shows the involvement of the people who worked particular project or who worked on that. Based on the output, with the structured flow of human interaction gives a better, precise document or precise knowledge or precise experiences to work for a better way. See the knowledge management process and strategies. If we are corporate, knowledge management will differ with the R&D. R&D is different. Within the R&D, corporate style of working is different. You can see that working IT sector, TCS is working on a particular project. They won't show what are the project working to the entire employee. That employee can be discussed regarding the particular project outside so that they don't know what the people are doing next bench on what purpose and what project. Why? It can be communicated wrong way in the corporate area. So once if it is leaked, we can see that the pictures, slowly small discussions pictures before the title releases properly, it comes out, which should not be. Based on these experiences, the knowledge management strategy and process can be controlled particular people, those who work in that particular area. Mainly we are like nowadays we can say that the information manager to knowledge manager. Why it is knowledge manager? Isn't it like change in this working duties? No. Importance of particular information at the level of the knowledge, those handling knowledge management. It's the same similar we can, this term is the same similar. Information management, like whatever data organization comes as information, they manage resources. But intellectual data, where the knowledge is value higher than the information, the management can be taken place. The strategies here, strategies can be applied with the experiences only. Whatever we have studied, the certificates we have. But we are not facing particular problem as an experience. We cannot say as a holder of the particular information or holder of the particular organization can be managed. Small survey regarding I can share with you. Initially, like in India, small research survey conducted on the people hiring, like people purchasing power to go for particular car, four-wheelers. This work done by the Suzuki as well as Maruti in India, and a small component taken as a two-wheeler component. Actually, whenever we work on the car purchasing power, we see the car who is purchasing, what income is there, what type of the car they require, what the safety needed, what is the material need by the people expected. But previously, when car itself come to as a dam ship in India, with the Maruti Suzuki, worked with IAMs. They worked IAMs how India can be produce a cars and sell within India with a lesser price compared to the world. Advanced technology using in the world, but damn cheap. They worked on the two-wheeler. You know that the Bajaj was a two-wheeler highly influenced like 4 to 5 decades before. Maruti come up based on the people unable to travel. If it is 3 or 4 people unable to travel, 4 people are used to travel even on the Bajaj. But they need the car. Are they eligible? Are they able to purchase with the same price? No. How much price they can? Because 2 people, 6,000. 4 people, 12,000 cars. Same manner, IAMs worked on that terminology, given a feedback to that Maruti people. What is the target of the user? The targeted user of the Bajaj developed the car, produced the car based on the economic condition of the society in India, given a very lamp cheap. Keep the cheap, but not the material cheap, because the technology advance is taken to the India and given to the people by making of not just laws, making the money. But nowadays competition will be very high. we can see that the need of the people, like anti-braking system, uh, and also we can see that how damage is going to happen because of the highways developed, speed also increased, with the damage also increased. To arrest the damages, technology will be applied. Same we can come to the libraries. We are facing in the same similar manner high traffic in that communication needed to the student. They are like we used to be like see a monthly. There was no monthly exams or year semester exams previously. Now it is class tests. How the class is conducted? When the weekly class conducted, just weekend class test will be there, and then we can within the class they may be tested by the student for the student how the delivered lecture going exact to the people how they experience the particular lecture. Is it workable? Is it okay? Is it average? Then and then feedback system is there right now. Previously, the class years together used to take the class whether good or bad, we cannot say. We have to be experienced. But nowadays, the experiences then and then will be exposed. Then and then can be shared. Then and then can be corrected. But previously, it was not that much demand for that. Again, one another demand and feature I am telling for our information professionals. Recently, UGC given that two different courses can be taken by the student as an enrollment within the college, within the university, based on the parameter class schedule should not overlap. That's it. 8 to 2 in the same college, 2 to 6 or 2 to 5, the same college can be attended different courses by the recent UGC given chance to the people because we need like with one degree we are not happy with that. Two different degrees can be. We are not saying everybody do that, but those are well versed with that their own parameter, own practices they can. Whatever 5% top, they'll be top. Next level of thinking, I'm saying, it can be then and then. They can take experiences with that, they can work for that particular skill development area where that skill development needed, where it will be applied. The same similar manner, knowledge management, how it will be collected. We can see that knowledge, identify, collect the knowledge, organize and store, then share where it is applicable, where the user needed. For what purpose again? It's a cycle to create next level of knowledge. Again, this cycle, information, knowledge, then data. These three like cycle will be based on the technology advancement, information professions to face that particular situation to overcome with the barriers. We need advancement in technology same time, like smart cities, like smart libraries, we can say. What are smart libraries? We can see that within a hand, on our own hand. In our own hand, we can see that how the collection is right now. Stock verification can be done within less time. You can see that how many users are sitting in that particular desk. On the desktop, you can see and say, these people are from this class. These people are from this class. Enter into the library. You can see that immediate analysis we can give to the class teacher. We can give to the college. What people are demand, what people are searching, what projects are people are working, what is the mentalizing. We can see that the what knowledge is coming out of this particular process of the make use of resources at the college level, at the organization level. Where it's a creating, like see, already ISO standards are applying documentation. Same similar manner, it's a knowledge management will be applicable. That knowledge management strategy said about that or the business strategy. We have any business strategy? Nowadays we are even universities should apply to overcome with the income, like income not that much getting from the society or from the government to run universities in a similar manner olden days. Now it is like utilizing the impact. Once if it is act as a business impact, whole society will be under the trouble. We cannot like pricing, we cannot say, we cannot be say the same. Because those are price also should not be impact on the general goal of the organization for what meant it is. So this knowledge strategy can be applied as a business strategy. Intellectual asset management. Once intellectual, like already we know that many people work for 4 decades. But the intellectual working as a R&D sector can be now universities tie up with the industries. With this intellectual base, with the asset, we can go for the corporate style. It may not be immediate attentive, but later it can be applicable for our even traditional societies, traditional organizations, or traditional universities also come together to work on that materialistic manner. How the person knowledge strategy, say, like see, 3 decades of the class work done by the particular teacher. What he will get that once he recorded that particular knowledge given to the college, given to the society. Is he getting the same similar scientist working for the corporate style? It cannot be because the society experienced with this parameter. In turn, that professor, that particular knowledgeable persons can be shared among the society based on the not commercial, semi-commercial, that you can say. And knowledge creating strategy. How the knowledge creates? What is the strategy applied? Motivating employee. See, one type of work is going on. It can be motivated with the words of the experienced people to do this, not to do this. Once to do or not to do this particular time, if it is encouraged or motivating particular area, output will be boosted. Excuse me. So this knowledge transfer strategy can be applied by motivating all employees within the organization which experienced by that particular profession, innovate new knowledge, innovate, attend the new problems. Example, we can say we are like we cannot say we'll minimize the number of people attending, but at the same time, these classes are done and live on YouTube wherever 24 into 7. They can listen to that particular session, how it is materialized. You can say that the attending flipped classes. So the technology helping those are unable to attend particular time, but they can access whenever they have the flexibility in their own type of parameter. So this can be applied as a strategy. And the next one is knowledge management infrastructure needs. See, we are applying like almost last 2 class I've given like GPS system like 2 decades old it is. But GPS system now we are using by paying up less amount. So this knowledge management gives the infrastructure as per the need. A small example I can say, immediate I can say present example, infrastructure developed by the neighbor countries were not needed. They thought that tourism may develop with the infrastructure. They may get more money instead of industries applications and instead of their own cultivation. They adopted new technology to feed their own country. So they are unable. So that country now suffering for their own food grains. Example, we not to tell why it impact on that because we are very advanced in the world. Technology is like advanced in the world, but why it is a failure? Because the knowledge management infrastructure facilities may be missing there. We are not saying missing; it not attending as per need, as per the need. So whatever food grains to be developed as per the population, not developed. What happens? As per the normal, when the Harita Viplav, we can see that the Harita Viplav, revolution, green revolution, not taken place. What is the things today? We used to be like simply like 100 years before. Population is not the same, but the size of the organic material, soil, not enhanced based on the population. It's a, like minimized. Where infrastructure development taken place, but agriculture is diminishing. When agriculture is diminishing, unable to eat, then a proper food. Then malnutrition taken place. When malnutrition taken place, what happens? Simply we know that how the human beings survive. Same when the knowledge, when we are information functions going like advanced technology, adopting new technology, become as a knowledge managers, become knowledge management. Now, not only simply managing the information right now, we have to manage the knowledge. Nowadays, human libraries are coming up. What are the human libraries? With their own experiences, they sit somewhere. If anybody query regarding on that particular thing, they'll go to them, counsel them, consult them. Then it can be given as an example, not as a result. It's given as a facilitative example. Again, it will be a new idea about that. So we have to adopt new technology. We have to go as a knowledge manager to handle the people, like handle the human way we can say. In this, again, interdisciplinary nature of the knowledge, where it's coming. Already we know about the knowledge is like application of knowledge cut into that particular department, and we can experience it. Then new knowledge come up. It was only biology, then microbiology taken place, now biotechnology, now bioelectronics. These things, new departments come up with, new departments itself as a faculties. Faculties means it's a knowledge. With this new knowledge, we have to handle. With this knowledge, when we are handling, we have to be experienced with the things which our nation can be reached a particular goal easily with the help of our own information and knowledge professionals here. Even knowledge about the knowledge, mainly social epistemology, knowledge about the knowledge where the industry psychology, business psychology, social psychology, psychology collect the psychology thoughts into that particular knowledge. It can be understandable easily. Then management, where the interdiscipline taken place, nature of the knowledge is management also taken place in this. How the organization can be managed with the knowledge. Human resources. We are like human resources. Nowadays, like previously used to like depend upon the organization can be conduct the interview if they needed any human resources. But nowadays that human resources are used. But where it is exact fit for our own organization, again will be given to the consultancy. Then HR consultancy is taken place. Because we cannot conduct like previously used to like in a network manner. Teacher used to like tell so person used like requirement is there, just go and meet. Nowadays, not taking place. We don't know how much number of students are coming out of from our own class. Number is increasing within our own region or the country. Now, this parameter conducted by the consultancies, they are giving immediate information regarding the required people as based on the organization. When the organization is happily shared information of human resources, it can be concluded interview in a less time in a given package, whatever they meaningful within the less rounds given a personal information, including LinkedIn. Nowadays, it's like whatever. Be very careful about our own professions. I'm telling our interview, whatever, what you are today on the international arena, like internet, come to know that what type of the person they are. We need not to be interviewed by the particular organization, particular agent. It automatically it captured by the LinkedIn right now. LinkedIn, like majority of the source of agent for the HR consultancy. These people are like collecting the facts and information of the person, particular level. You are like 10th based, inter based, and next level. These people, whatever access into the internet, can we conclude that meaningful psychological thinking of that particular person recommended for particular area? Yes, this person is applicable for your area. It can be like taken easily. This materializing based on the application of that new knowledge is happening in the present industry. Previously used to go like give a marks can be categorized like IITs, universities, state universities, private universities. These all organizations used to conduct a particular parameter pass percentage is this much. These people pass on so and so grades. These people pass on so and so. These grades are not so important to enter into that job, getting that project, work on that particular project. It influence surrounded areas like application, which you use for that overcome or for that to prepare the particular knowledge as a grades is achieved. So this knowledge can be applied as an artificial intelligence. How the people can be hired? They are not bothering just giving the job to someone. See, I need like particular marketing area. These like people. I need this characteristics of the particular person. I At the same time, they'll see that human behavior, how people once given the job, how they react. Like not just giving the job. Nowadays, giving the job so easy, but to continuing the job, like we have to continue that particular person in that particular parameter, the infrastructure is demanded more and more. We can see that how the infrastructure developed, how services will be given at the place of particular organization. We are seeing like we are looking at that particular area, like what is the cost involved in that hiring the person, keeping in that particular organization as a physically. Same person, if it is worked under remotely, what the parameters taking place? How the work done by the particular person coming to the physical to the organization physically and working at the own level in their own area online mode or any type of the hybrid mode. How the extraction of the work? These people are like nowadays the analysis going on. Is it the boosting of the work sector? It will be the same similar manner. It's a 50-50 we can say. Some people remotely work without monitoring the person. Some people just work if they monitor. It is applicable for the same area, either the physical or online or offline, whatever it is. So same we can apply in our information resources, how we can share our own knowledge and application in the organization. We have the particular knowledge management sector we are working with, we think. In a TCS or in a ICSA knowledge way, we are working. What is the parameter of the power of the people need particular time 24/7 by the particular employee on what resources is depending. That communication then and then if we give, it's a good. Same example, I already told many times regarding legal barrier in a society right now we are facing. Technology advanced. With the advanced technology, conflict also extremely. It like we can see that now new thought of the introduce the new. Sorry, is it audible right now? Is it audible? Just a minute. Is it audible? Hello? Is it audible? Is it audible, please? Kindly, you can just because okay. Now power fluctuations are there. That's why just I'm shifting and trying to another area. Is it audible? Sir. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, I'm managing with my iMobile.
Okay, sir.
So we can see that what are the new knowledge is going to come up. Based on that, our information profession to be trained, maybe interdisciplinary we studied like just general BSc or BE, whatever it is. Now we are not similar like our own courses coming from the organization to work, coming for the organization to study, coming from the organization, be in the society. It will not be the same similar what we studied. So we have to think about the future psychology, what the people are thinking. What I'm saying just as an example nowadays, just now, RTA regarding recently they studied on that reality increasing on the based on experiences when the accident occurs on the road. We experienced it with the high tone. Already we told about the high tone when we are conflict using conflict taking place. Tone will be differs, position differs, size will be differs. With the differs in the on the road, national highways or any highways on the road, accidents are when occurs, it is a more damage occurring than the accident occurred at that particular place, particular situation. With this new parameter, RTA studied. So they want to train the people those driving licenses. Those who register for the license, they want to take the classes to how to manage speed, manage when occurs accident. How we can help, even it experienced in our own areas. These examples, why I am saying it can be accidentally occurs wherever. We cannot say what happens when it is. We feels people need then and then. Then what happens? The information or a book was there, unable to trace. But we cannot say nowadays it's not our own work to search. We stored, let it be. No. We are attending as per the new seeker, new user, new job seeker are entered into that particular area, they need immediate. We can see already last time examples I have given. It's a high number occupying public library, high number occupying an R&D library, high number is occupying in academic library based on the situation. So we should be ready with that equipped material to overcome with that particular time, particular period, particular goal of the particular organization. Nowadays, we are also enhanced our own services competencies with the present and new knowledge, experiencing need of the society. We are facing even in the recently one material regarding the new services introduced in the university sector, in the college sector, how the competencies, how the competency development coursework taken place at the university level. Competitive exams cell opened recently. It can be physical form, it can be blended form, it can be hired form to attend the student needs. The higher education day for yesterday launched competition material regarding maybe the IAS, maybe the group 1s. They want to give the space within the university, within the college, make user fit by the college students to get the jobs or knowledge for the job assignment to take place. So it's a new era. So we should be positive in an experienced manner. How the librarians, how the library professionals can serve new type of the need of the society. So with this knowledge management is taken place, is a maybe the crucial role I can say can be played, where the requirement can be analyzed by the librarian itself. And it can be committee discussed and take the material immediately. Not like we ordered it, if it comes 6 months later, it cannot be materialized. Now, then and then, already IITs are applying when the scientists working on the particular project, the particular budget will be allocated particular time to purchase whatever needs, maybe the equipment, maybe the resources, including consultancy of the human resources also. It can be then and then, project based and time based and team-based work can be attended by our own provision by way of the future thinking. Some model questions also they have given. How the importance of the organizational knowledge. Small example I can say, what is the organizational knowledge? First of all, we should think about that. Where we are going with the organization, the own knowledge based on the experiences, maybe the decades, maybe the days, maybe the minutes. What are the experiences stored as a knowledge to run that particular organization? Example, Decidar, already mentioned in that. All the technical knowledge stored and taken place, what are the projects conducting, who is working on that particular project, and that particular project working profession, who are they, are well versed in what purpose it is. They are working for what. Already last example I mentioned in that particular student went to the study in that particular coursework for MS in the medical project. On the medical college, they got the medical project in the particular class. He is with the research team working on the gene sequences. So that computer professional working on gene sequences to materialize that share what is the expertise with that particular scientist, which they don't have the knowledge on that specific. These two components can be bioelectronics, we can say. Who's the knowledge as a create new knowledge, right? Betterment of the society. Every time why I'm saying betterment of the society, it's the quality of life as well as happy index. Is the happy index sorry, due to the call disconnected. How the knowledge organized within the organization itself. Own knowledge, how can be organized within the organization itself? How organization goal working towards it reach that particular goal within the frame, given a frame time and given under the structured manner. This organization, which is knowledge involved, it can be reworked on that, maybe drafted, and emitted finally, and it represented that organization goal with that knowledge resources to the particular society or particular area, particular organization can be taken place, which we are influenced to involve in that particular area. So, first of all, we should understand that organization knowledge, how knowledge can be collected, particular organization, where it created, how can we store, to whom we can share. Maybe among the corporates, or maybe among the person, or maybe among the department to department, based on the structured organization goal only. Within that, what process involved in that? Main in this knowledge, organize the knowledge process involved the infrastructure. We have to be developed, as well as the people those in that particular sector, they have to be well coordinated in that particular manner. See, we are implementing that library automation, but we are not trained our own desk assistants. So we cannot work. Just automated, it won't work automatically. The person involved in that, Then they have to rectify that. If any problem arises, then we have to conclude and give the solutions. If it is regularly problem with similar problems, it should not be. As well as we have to train to next level of the version. Today is okay, happily is conducting nice, good. So based on some example, I can give issuing of the books, taking the books, previous olden this one. Now issuing book and taking back the books is like 24/7 hours of implementation is there. So this, how can we implement with our own knowledge? We cannot keep, like we can give the, with less amount, how can we handle? Previously, they used to give that amount like use, accountable later. Now, amount with accountability in advance right now. We have to produce the document for what purpose and how we can use for the end user. How it can be impact on the end user, which we are collecting the information resources or knowledge resources. You cannot simply purchase the knowledge database without working on that particular project. Any database like not a small cost it is. It's a cost involved in that. Similarly, we can't purchase whatever extent of that book, particular book or particular resources based on the people needed, people involved, particular area. Then only we have to incur the amount. Otherwise, it becomes as a burden to our own organization, or it becomes just like a museum. Not see museums, you know that how the utilization in India, museums are there. Or we care about the particular feelings of that society, not comparatively developed country, because their parameter is different, our parameters are different. Our parameter still is going on Kapda, Kana, or Makan. Still it is good. We can say extended. We can say we can add for that nice food, nice like fabric, nice house. We can say that a niceness, or you can say that the good or better into the same terminology. But terminology is the same. We are again and again we are working on that to overcome from the basic needs. When it's basic needs, fulfill structured manner with all the people work together, it can be based on that. We can go as a developed sector, as developed manner, when recycle also taken place. When technology is there, just we are you can see that the reworking taking place. Why it is reworking in India? I can tell about that reworking in the IT sector. Somebody is working on that collecting of the facts or collecting the data of the students, same thing working by another organization communicating that particular area. But at the root level, we need to work where knowledge, competences are required. When knowledge, competences are required, the people requirement should be similar. When the people require similar, that enhanced services we can develop from our own information and library service resources is a similar manner to our own society. So this is like 2 units we discussed regarding the experiences, how information convert with the experiences treated as a knowledge. Previously, how the creation of the information, what are the characteristics, strengths, what are the nature of the information characters and nature of the information, and requirement, where are the requirement is there. So we are facilitated into that. Now, as a facilitator, added terminology, just not like a library information resource facilitator. Now, knowledge information, knowledge management facilitator now we are. So when I told about that Kana, Kapta or Makan added good, nice, better. Same, similar, we are only the information professionals as a facilitator, where information replaced by the knowledge. Knowledge again, wisdom. Wisdom is ultimate. Wisdom is ultimate regard of the knowledge. Knowledge is output of the experience with the information. The data, we know that the pattern will form in the manner. Formed the facts is the data collected as information, converted into that experiences as a knowledge. So any doubts, please can we share? Can we take as a feedback, I can say right now. Now 12:13, now 15 minutes more. Please be alert with the small discussion it is, okay? Dear Kiran Garu, kindly allow all the people to discuss. If there is any questions or any shareable information, we can, because you have to handle which organization. No, next if you go as an organization, as a corporate sector or any association or any academic sector, what type of the institution it is, what type of the organization it is, you have to be handled. I told many times, we are like facilitator, whichever subject comes across to us is it through the organization goal. You have to be ready for that. As a driver, I can say, whatever the vehicle it is, if you know about the driving vehicle to drive, technology let it be advanced, let it be automated, technology let it be a high range of high new version of the things. We have to be ready with well-equipped competency skills. For us, skills to be developed on our own. It can be very easy to handle as experiences what we have to work on the organizational sector. Please kindly respond. Any questions regarding? So my experience I can tell about work on the knowledge management competencies work is a very relevant to me to discuss for 2 minutes. Which I worked on knowledge management, how the nation importance institution working by comparing like layer wise industry consortia. They categorize 5 categories in India to collect the knowledge management like library resources based on the intellectual in the particular organization. We cannot say low intellectual, high intellectual. Whatever intellectual based on the information seeker, we can see the intellectuality. If we go through the internet is there right now, how the country is intellectual, they can find out by artificial intelligence. I can say. On what basis? How much time we are incurring on the internet? Simply, it's a mirror image of our country. What type of people and what type of the age, what type of the category are going through the internet. I am not saying directly proportionate. A small example we can find out to make a note of next level of understanding of the country, where it goes with a decade or in next future. So based on this, bio war converted to the internet war right now, like next level hacking. War like next network hacking will be taken place. Now it is like war with physical access people, human, but technology involved. Next, the even IT also involved in that, which we have to highlight the things to the all organizations when we are working or when we are going for the corporate sector. If you are going into the corporate sector, be very alert and vigilant manner to make use of your own resources, knowledge, parameters, competencies. Please, Kiran sir will be allowed, I think. Kindly, as a small group, can we access it? Okay. Kiranji, just please allow them. I am not having control on your this thing, I think. Please kindly. Anything else? How the feedback of all sessions? You can just rate on my personal mail also. That mail ID visioncaredy@yahoo.co.in or Gmail. Or of my WhatsApp number, you can just make a share, like based on this knowledge management chapter. It can be very free, because see, in India we are already many talks I used to ask regarding. There is a no reward system applied in India. See, which you comparatively with the advanced society, simply they'll just take the patent, whatever they thoughts have. Patent why? Thoughts is simple, not only simply, thoughts materialize in their own way to communicate, they'll be taken as a patent. Which involves in that make a money. We cannot say all the patents make money, but at least the process will be conducted. One small example I can tell one, I should not disclose anything, but I can just, as a civil knowledge, now cement like become as a tough period of time with the chemical component or material component. But in that, research is going on how the bacteria is also introduced into that. For less time, it can be tough. Why we need less time? You know that already last time example I have given, less time we constructed many things. So we should not be, but we, with this bacteria also given and taken place, like in the less time it will become as a tough. We need not to be 21 days to become as a tough building area. Now within a week, based on the grade, we can say in a simple terminology, the construction material. Same, we should be very tough, very strong enough to serve our own students, our own society, and our own people to materialistic in a theme of knowledge society. Future is knowledge society. All societies like smart societies, knowledge societies, future may we feel. Thank you one and all regarding small group interacted because of the Saturdays, I think, maybe working area, and they can go through the even videos. If it is comfortable, let them go through the live YouTubes. Already they are recording and uploading by the authorities. If it is good, okay. Otherwise, we need any extendable manner in that competency development of our own provision into the knowledge management sector. My work is on that mainly. So we can make a special team interact when you are free with all these batch. After the class schedule completed, before exams, we can discuss. If authorities allow us as an interaction mode, simply. Anything else, please? Because others class may start. How much time it is right now? Because I kept okay. Less bright mode I kept. Okay. 12:11 it is. 10 minutes we have, 20 minutes we have. Kindly interact with your assignments. 30th April. You are very serious about that. I think everybody is almost completed or not completed. Within 11 people or within 10 people. Can we? Yes. Please interact of your assignments. I told many times, you just keen interest to write the assignments, not to worry about the end exam. End exam, you're based on your own assignments, covered as a sample, extended in your own writing in a end exams. So, see the knowledge strategies. You can see how the knowledge management and LIS profession. I can discuss last this thing. In a BLS course, already you are attended time to time. I think once as a keeper of the books, already mentioned in this page number 178, how the impact in the knowledge management and LIS. LIS is already mentioning every time, terminology changed. We can't say just sitting and delivering the books by acquiring the books by the from the management, by vending, smart vending, we can say, working on that technical processing done, technical processing level, and send it to the rack. Same manner, when retrieval taken place, we have to be very clear about that, what books, what information we are storing. We are not into the same like full-fledged book what they have, but only at least in gist. We have to tell about that as a technical person, as a information technical person. We have to tell to reduce the time by searching for information, by the user, maybe offline, maybe online. If it is online, we have to give the whatever shareable information, and also we have to highlight the things like copyright. We sometimes we can face that whenever it comes to library, we may be data center also. We have the e-library will be there. Through the e-library, some people were asked to copy and paste and take the print. Sometimes it may not come because of permission denied. Happily, if they mail within the intra-hour, they may. After access denied by the premises, it will not be allowed as same as previously at that particular document. So that's why we have to inform to the students or the users, if they are working on that copyright act, some figures also may not give the same component when it's give the print. It cannot be given as it is when we want to go for the printing one. Some pages may miss from that particular document. Some figures may miss. After going like their days, they should not be a sufferer. That's why we have to educate our own users how the technology taking place. At the same time, how the technology keeping barriers, so not to misuse of the particular information or particular knowledge which we purchase from the centers or a database, data centers or database by the people. Mainly now we are thinking about it, incurring on the libraries not previously incurred long back. Nowadays libraries are facing tough to retain their resources as well as share with the services to betterment of the users for creation of new knowledge. This new knowledge creation accelerate only based on the experienced librarians with their developed infrastructure and library resources only. Maybe the electronic, maybe the physical. We are maximum we are like almost all the libraries thinking about this simultaneously. We have to handle the information when offline taken place. But maintaining part, also we have to think cost incurring amount, incurring the cost on that particular area. Is we are serving that particular faculty, particular department, particular subject. We have to analyze that part. We have to be taken over by the help of IT people, how our user community are depending upon. With this, we can conclude these two units. Go for the next level. What the information and society, which we are facing tough time. We have information on society. Nowadays, we can say as an example, if you go to the class, having the advanced classwork to the students, which is going to discuss tomorrow's class. Not just only the IGNO, not just only the Ambedkar Open University. Now, these all things applied to all the traditional coursework also. What today's session going to discuss in advance to the students can be communicated as to prepare and come, because knowledge is differ with that access to the particular area. Professor scanning some particular information differs with the student. Those are scanning particular information online. It will not be the same. How we can attend these barrier as a facilitator, as a librarian or library information science professional. After completion of your coursework or already completed BLIC or MLIC, you have to face the situation when you go for the interview. They may ask how we can handle our society. Those are well versed in the IT. They need in a less time what issues are done on their name. They are ready to pay if there is a fine then and then. The reminder should be taken given place then and then. Are we ready? Are we equipped? If the interviewer asks, generally we say yes, we can. At the same time, R&D labs, you hire you. What happens next? R&D is like into itself by the research-oriented people. They are very thirsty about the information, what's happening today. It's ready-made information they need. Then and then. Same last example I told about that legal issues. If somebody already going to punish, that already the process done, that legal process materialized. If somewhere missing information can be submitted before particular legal issue, keep end by the judge before taking a parameter. Communication taken place. Suddenly we can see that a small example I can say. Demonstration taken place recently in Delhi. Jahangirpur something is there. There's some conflict regarding that. In that, suddenly authorities come up and started dismantling. Somebody went to the court. They stopped, asked to stop, not materialize. What happens? Second to second is important. If that information not reached to particular authorities on time. So, how fast communication should be there? There, the special messenger will be there in a structured manner. It may go on their own. It takes like own parameter. But when it comes to our own library provision, we have to see that impactness. How we can make use of technology, deliver the things better way to our own users. It gives an immense pleasure to give the respect in the organization, give the respect in the society, give the respect in the R&D community too. Because these are barriers whichever reduced by the library. It can be reduced because information, we know that, but we are not involved in that particular information. We can boost as an agent to read that particular information or knowledge to needy. When the academic, when the R&D, when the social process is going on, society mainly is like human. Human will be happy. Happy index to be based on the happy index, we will get the access to the world. We are not saying just we produced equipment or we produced many things, we produced agriculture sector, whatever. If it is not accepted by the other organizations or other countries or in the global world, we will be face tough enough parameters. We are facing like almost come to know that media, how the media very active in this, good or bad, it's a very active. Whatever it's coming up, delivering. So same thing, if you are saying same parameter, academic transform taken place in our own area, we will be given a good weight in that, in a positive manner. If you reduce that negativity in any area, R&D or academic area or society, we will be very influential in that. We can see that the change as per the new education policy, definitely work will be more and more and it will be more and more on the libraries, maybe the technical or non-technical, whatever it is about. We are like information, voluminous information coming, processing also needed. That processor are library and information science professionals only. So we have to think about what technology used in the olden days computers to new computers. We are the boost of that particular information as a processor, I can say. Please be alert and attentive in your own areas and do well in your assignments. The same similar manner for the exams to prepare. Wish you all the best. Just I am concluding. So 5 to 7 minutes you can interact on your own or make a chart. If there is any chart, you can see that. Anything else? Kiranji, 7 minutes more. So we have to analyze Kiran Garu regarding YouTube live. We need not to be access, I think, remote access, whomsoever they want, and later also they can. Nice, Sarita Garu. Thank you. Anything else? Be prepared for the next session. Keep ready your technical this thing, because we know that the dependent on technology is there, advancement also is there, but only thing is how attentive in our own area. Sometimes suddenly some problem may occur. You have to be ready for that. That you have to be like experienced as an information professional. I am telling. In an international EFLA, these people are discussing regarding how the COVID, how the COVID victims overcome from their stress from the libraries. How they are happy with at home even with the library services, online and consultation services to the R&D sector too. So this is like we have to be like develop on our own, be a facilitator, be an information professional, be a knowledge manager, knowledge professional, be competitive in a positive manner, I am saying. So wish you all the best. Those are going for the next level after MLIC. Good luck, I can say. Make small research. Every time I'm telling research, because research is nothing but refurbishing our own knowledge, which we know that comparing with our own terminology with the parameters of society, immediately, I can say, empirical, we can say. Okay. Now, so 10:26. Anybody want to access? Please request to authorities and open up. Anybody else? Please speak up, because information professionals, they have to be like not just with information, they have to be expressed also. We are the forefront. This one. Whenever new term comes, it's from whom? Any new term comes, any new knowledge comes, it passes through the information profession only. I can say strongly. I can say. Only thing is how we can handle thing is our value increases. So you can conclude in advance, because you can shift to other class also. You can conclude the class. Be ready for the next class. 1 minute, in 2 minutes, 3 minutes in advance. I am just concluding, because last time I have taken some others' time too. Please go ahead, Kiran Garu. I am just saying conclude. Thank you, one and all. Wish you all the best.